if something happens and God says no, you're not questioning why he's saying no and questioning the delay and questioning the roadblock. Your mindset is, oh, you built me for this already. I already know I'm gonna see it through. You said this is just a little battle and you won the war. So like you gotta literally think of those things, even though it sucks. Hey y'all,
Simon,
welcome to the life with
C and
Arie.
Okay, I'll take the lead today. How y'all doing? She had one job. No, I'm just playing. So, welcome back to our 30 for 30 challenge. This is day 57, child, because I don't even know no more day it is. But today we decided to talk about just an update on my self-care, not self-care, positive self-talk versus negative self-talk. Yes. So if you haven't watched our video,
it's the self-love, self-sabotage series.
Yes.
The second one on Valentine's Day. That's the one that
we'll link it up here.
Yes, it'll be right there.
Yes. So Ariel wants me to tell my business about how I've been talking positive to myself and all of this stuff.
Because in that video we tapped in, we locked in, and we talked about how she wasn't speaking kind to herself. And so basically this is the update to see, have you been doing that? Have you been doing what you were supposed to do? Have you been doing your homework? If so, how is it going? If not, did you hear anything louder?
Did you hear anything? Did you listen to anything I said?
Yeah. Okay. So
I would say that I have been talking to myself kinder. Number one, I think after we talked, I wrote down some affirmations. Now, I do not say them every day. It's baby steps, okay?
Yeah.
It's baby steps, but I am very intentional about how I talk to myself internally, outside, but also if you haven't watched, watch your mouth. Quality is not good, but the content is on point.
Yes.
And so I've also been just working on watching my mouth, not just saying whatever I'm thinking and being very intentional about what I say. So I would say yes. The other day I wrote about just reminding myself how dope I was and that the world literally would not be the same without me. Like y'all world, you seeing me would just change your world a little bit. If you know me, then it might change your world a lot. But if you don't know me, 10 seconds of your day would be different because you wouldn't be watching me. You know what I'm saying? Even me.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think even going to the point where we try to figure out our purpose and our life's journey, our mission and all this stuff, me literally just being present and breathing gives life to trees. Me and trees exchange. And that right there,
somebody get this hippie out of here.
That right there gives my life enough purpose. It just gives myself a life, gives my life enough purpose. And also, I think I have allowed or received God's love because I'm aware that, God loves me, hypothetically, and it sounds good. But if you don't receive it, it really means nothing. But he gives it freely. So I decided to just receive that freely, receive joy freely, receive peace freely. It's free. Okay? I don't got to do nothing to receive that. And that my being, I'm worthy because I'm worthy. I don't have to do anything to change that. You know what I mean? I don't have to do anything to be more worthy. I can't, there's no amount of work I can do. I can't be nicer to people. I can always be nicer.
Yeah.
But me being nicer, even, I hate to say it, but even killers get God's love.
Yeah.
So I have released the pressure of trying to be perfect or trying to portray my life to look like a certain thing, of trying to live up to a certain standard. Like I'm really trying my best right now. And it's going to have to be enough.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. So that's where I am.
Okay, so when it came down to how you spoke to yourself negatively, in the video, day 14, I said that you will hear yourself talk, hear how you speak to yourself, and it's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
Has that been a thing? Have you heard your negative?
I would say yes, because I have been more intentional and kind of just slower, not trying to speed through life. It's not a lot
so
going
been
on.
More present.
Yeah, I've been more present. So I would say I have heard it louder per se. It's not necessarily louder, but I'm more I'm more in tune. I'm listening more.
So it's loud.
Is it louder or am I listening more?
That means loud. You didn't notice it before. It wasn't really like a thing.
Yeah.
But now that you notice it, now that you're paying attention to it, it's loud. It's loud and clear. You hear it. When you say it, you hear it.
Yeah, I find myself switching up. I'm about to say something and be like, or I'll say something and be like, well. Yeah, so.
Okay. So you've been looking at the affirmations in your journal, repeating them?
No, I haven't. I would say that I speak more life to me. I'm not sitting there. This baby steps, because in that video I said, it's kind of weird to be saying that affirmations to me. I don't feel as weird now, but no, I don't sit and repeat the same thing. Some things I do, like me being enough. I am enough, right? Those things that I talk or say to myself more. Like I'm worthy, and there's nothing that you can do to receive more worth. I just am.
I just am.
Period. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, as far as, since this is something that you've experienced in the past week,
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. Since this is something you experienced in the past 2 weeks, what advice would you give for somebody in your shoes?
That's a good question.
Thank you. I tend to ask those.
I would say, at the end of the day, as much as I love my family and the people around me, I have me. I literally go everywhere with me. I don't always go everywhere, Arie. We don't always be together, but me, I carry me everywhere, right? You carry yourself everywhere. So why not pour into yourself how you pour into other people, right? Why not speak life into yourself? Life already is hard. It's challenging. So why make it harder by talking down on yourself? Now, I don't always make the right decisions. I'm not always kind to people. I can be nasty. But in those moments, kind of acknowledge, like, yeah, you didn't necessarily have to talk to her like that. But I know you're trying. Or, you know what? I know today is a little bit rough for you. So,
yeah.
However, just try to be kind to people. That's how I try to talk to myself, instead of saying like, dang, you ain't have to talk to her like that. Like, you tripping. Like, no. I'm trying my best today. So I would just say, give yourself grace. And when I say give yourself grace, because we always say it, but kind of talk to yourself like a child. Like, treat yourself like a child. If you don't have children, then think of yourself as little you, or your niece, your nephew. If you work with children, there are certain things that, unless you're just a nasty person, and that you need to work on it. But there's just a certain level of disrespect that you will not give to children. This one girl I met said she used to put a baby picture of her next to her bed, and it kind of helped her remember, like, when she was hard on herself, to kind of give herself more grace and more, just be kinder. Yeah. You literally physically see it, so it's just a reminder.
Yeah. Does it help? Well, have you thought about this, and do you think it would be helpful if you have not thought about it? But talking to yourself. So you said talk to yourself as if you were a child, but it's literally like if someone were to speak to you, like talk to you how you would want someone to speak to you. Have you thought about that?
I guess yes, because we talked about this in the last video, that there are some things I would not say to Ariel, right? Just the tone, whatever. I wouldn't say to her, so I have to kind of remember, like, okay, girl, you ain't gonna be talking to people like that. Stop talking to yourself like that.
But I said talking to you. I said talking to you.
I felt like I was in an interview and didn't answer your question.
Yeah, because you did not. You said talking to me.
Yes, but I'm saying.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, because I felt like we was gonna go back down the wrong rabbit hole. I need you to go down this one. But what I was saying was, speak like you want someone, how you want someone to speak to you.
No, I haven't even thought about it.
Not how you would talk to me.
Okay. I heard you now, and no.
Do you think it would be helpful? to look at it from that perspective for you, since you're a logical thinker?
Not necessarily, because I just know humans be humaning, and
Humans be humaning.
and they just talk however. So I can't even include. So from that side, I can't even think of it like that now, because I do talk to myself like this. I won't allow other people to talk to me crazy.
Okay. So you're split.
Yeah, so mine is flipped. So I would say I'm raising the bar for myself.
That's good.
Yeah, on this end. People gonna do what they gonna do, so I can't, you know what I mean? But when I get to a point where I'm solid in who I am, then externally, I would say now I still don't let people talk to me crazy. Except y'all be trying it sometimes, and
thought you trying to start a fire.
It do sound a little dry. Need me some glow. Link in the description. Y'all, it's still a journey though. I know I'm not trying to talk to make it sound good. I just feel in a different place, but I'm still finding my way through it. Still trying to make it habits, because we just listened to something and they basically said, like, I can't even tell you what I was listening to. They basically said that your life is a culmination of your behaviors and the things that you allow.
Oh, neuroplasticity.
Oh, yeah. Church Sunday.
Yes. Neuroplasticity is, she said, basically how your brain remembers events. It changes based on how you handle them. So,
yeah,
basically you have to, one, that's to give yourself grace part, because it's literally a physical or physiological change happening in your body, and it's also you trying to adapt to different environments. But it's also based on the more you rehearse something, then the better or worse it'll be. Like, I used to have bad negative memory recall, so I will remember from the shoes you had on, from the outfit you had on, from the tone of your voice, to how I felt, the goosebumps I felt, the disrespect I felt. Like, I remember every detail about that situation. Now, God did some brain surgery, because I forgot some stuff. I just be like, nope, I don't remember. And I'm grateful, and I'm gonna not dig. But that's a part of that negative memory recall, meant that I was anxious for not for no reason, but anxious out of sometimes nothing. Like, nothing could be going on and I'm anxious, and or seeing a person or something like that. So basically, negative self-talk can be the same way. If you naturally do it, not to say like this, but you end up like her, not realizing that you speak to yourself negatively. So if you rewire your brain or start talking to yourself positively, you rewire your brain, your neural paths, I believe she said. And basically it changes. Okay, so now it's a second nature to speak to myself kindly.
I think I have 2 points. One, just because you don't talk to yourself negatively doesn't mean that there's no room for you to speak to yourself kindly. You know what I mean? Because I think sometimes people be like, well, I ain't talking to myself bad, but are you speaking life into yourself also? That's something to think about. Are you speaking life into yourself? Even if you're not talking to yourself negatively, are you pumping yourself up? Like Ariel, last video, she was like, I am this, I am that. I was like, oh, I'm hyped for you. So hype yourself up, because you won't always. I know I sometimes receive validation through, like, Ariel, like, it could be something. I ask you stuff all the time, like, was that good? You be like, yeah, it was good, something like that. But sometimes, most times, all times, I need to give it to myself first, and then get, I guess, some reassurance. Reassurance is okay, but seeking validation from people all the time, that's like not
the first
healthy.
Person you go to instead of yourself. That's the part that she's talking about. Like, if something went down and I processed it and then came to her, I'd be like, I thought the same exact thing or whatever. Or I didn't even see that perspective. But if something just happened and I go straight to her, like, tell me how I'm feeling. Am I wrong for feeling like this and things like that? Then it'd be like, did you process it at all? Because she may think it's wrong, but you may think it's right. And now you gonna take her saying it's wrong, and now you beating yourself up at night trying to figure out what you did wrong.
So, well, you truly don't believe you did wrong.
Yeah. And so obviously that conflict causes
internal conflict.
Yeah, internal conflict. And now it's almost like, depending on how strong of a mind you have, you either say, you know what, let me process this, and be like, I understand what she's saying, but I'm not gonna accept that. And I'm talking about honest conversations. I'm not talking about, I'm not gonna accept that denial. I'm not talking about denial. I'm not talking about that. But depending on how strong your mindset is, then that's when you would either take her side and just take her word for it without knowing how you feel about it at all. And that's the part that is not reassurance. That's validation.
My second point, I had to keep my fingers up. No, you did. I just didn't want to forget, because baby, I be having to interrupt people so I don't forget stuff. But the second point of me speaking life into myself and positive self-talk is that you exude those things. Like, you walking around with your shoulders slumped and your head down. People see that. Even if I be mean mugging. I'm working on the mean mug, a resting face. I'm working on it. But sometimes I be tired, or sometimes I just be thinking, so I don't really mean it. But the point is, you exude your insides. Even if you funky for real, like if you need to change your diet, because I've been working on making sure all my health is in order. But if your insides are not okay, you can smell your armpits and your feet and your butt and your breath. Okay?
Your butt and your breath.
So think about it. Yeah. So think about it like that. If your insides are not okay, it comes out on the outside.
Good point.
So that's pretty much all of my updates, is that I am a work in progress. It's a process. I'm trying to be intentional about it. I think Ariel always says this, like, 2025, y'all gonna see me. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm planting seeds. For me, it's planting seeds. I'm doing all the work, okay? I'm doing all the work.
That we're aware of.
Yeah, that we're aware of. And then things come up later.
They do.
I can just work on what I can work on.
Yes.
And if it's something as simple, it's not simple, but it is simple. To just talk kindly to myself and speak life into myself, because at the end of the day, nobody else is responsible to do that. Nobody is responsible to do that. Yes, speak to your friends and your family kindly, but they don't have to. They don't have to speak life into you.
And some of them can't, because they don't do it to themselves.
Yeah.
So relying on that is a no-no.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then someone who may possibly have children in the future, like, even children can sense these things. I was watching this video on TikTok, love the talk. And this little girl was talking to her daddy and was like, she was saying, I love all 5 of us. And he was like, well, it's only 4, but like 4, you're talking about 4 people, because he's thinking you're me, your mom, your sister, your brother, right? And she was like, and me too. Like, I'm talking about, I love myself too. And she was like, you don't love yourself, daddy? Like, kids know these things, they see these things. So I'm just trying to put myself in position to be as healthy and whole, to raise whole and healthy children. If that is, and even if I don't have children, then maybe just to impart and pour into these children of the world.
Children of the world.
All my nieces and nephews, godchildren, all that.
The goal is to create a space that produces healing and wholeness. Sometimes you can do all the good Lord's work and still produce some great kids. But
I'm gonna do my part now. Whatever they do, whatever they take. I ain't gonna like it.
Okay, so I have this question. So you just talked about it, but I want to say, what's the difference? What is the difference between is that the question I want to ask? Is there a difference between confidence and positive self-talk when it comes down to, like, your self-esteem?
Is there a difference?
Or, like, what is the difference, or what is the
positive self-talk leads to confidence. So the more I'm speaking life into myself, the more I am hyping myself up, the more I'm saying, like, Cynthia, you dope, girl. Like, there is nobody in the world like you. I'm gonna start walking around like there is nobody in the world like me. Regardless if whoever thinks about me, that is an external. I can't do nothing about what y'all think about me. Somebody could think I'm fine. Somebody could think I am crunchy. And I'm not gonna say the U word, because I'm not. But
I'm not.
But somebody could think that, and you are entitled to your opinion. However, that has nothing to do with my internal. My internal says that I am gorgeous. I am beautiful. I exude light. Okay? I am light because God put it in me.
Yeah.
That positive self-talk leads to confidence. So I'm going to start walking around like I believe those things.
Yes. So the question was, how do they correlate?
Okay. Okay.
That was it.
So I answered that.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was asking this question while you were talking, but I wanted to focus on what you were saying and not focus on my question. So I just kept saying confidence and like that. That was my notes in my head.
I'll be doing that too.
And confidence, and I didn't know the middle part.
Yeah, I sometimes don't be listening to what you be saying, so I can remember.
Yeah, the correlation between self-confidence and positive confidence and positive self-talk, it matters. How you speak to yourself matters, because if somebody says something negative to you, whether you believe it or not, is going to determine your confidence level.
And we talk about this all the time. I can't even tell you how many videos this is in, but we have a choice. Yeah. And we making choices. And it's kind of like building things brick by brick.
Yeah.
And whatever houses I'm building next and whatever structures I'm building next, I need them to be built on a strong foundation, not no fluky stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want the three pigs and the bad wolf. Don't want him blowing my hay house down.
Not the straw.
The straw house. You can't blow nothing. Everything that I'm creating is solid. I know life is gonna do what it's gonna do, and you can't really be prepared for what life is gonna do, but you can do your part and do the best that you can do on your end.
Yeah, that's good. The foundation piece. Because I'm witness to for myself. Mm-hmm. I'm witness to me experiencing things where in my mind I thought I was solid. In my mind I thought I was solid, and then that was when the wind came and knocked me over and I folded. That was the laundry. Yeah. That was the napkins. Fold. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm in a position now, and I'm gonna say I think, okay? But I believe
you can say you are until life tell you that you're not.
And I'm gonna say I believe, because we not until life tell you you're not. What kind of confidence
I'm just kidding.
But I believe I'm in a different position now, where if things that have happened to me before come along, my bounce back game will be a lot quicker. Because of the fact that, like, I understand in my mind how this works now.
What works?
Life. Because it's literally like, and I fought it, the concept of it, but it's just you doing your best and actually living and not existing, and you putting God in literally the middle of every single thing, to the point where if something happens and God says no, you're not questioning why he's saying no, and questioning the delay, and questioning the roadblock. Your mindset is, oh, you built me for this already. I already know I'm gonna see it through. You said this is just a little battle and you won the war. So like you gotta literally think of those things, even though it sucks.
Yeah, let's be very
clear. If we're in a position now where I would love to be moved out, I would love to have money just sitting there, and love to have a throne of money. I'm sitting on a throne. I would love to pick up and be like, oh my God, I'm going out to eat today. I mean, I do that anyway. That's my problem. Yeah. But it's more so like, I understand the delay because he has something bigger and better. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to accept anything, and that comes with a job, a man. I don't want to just accept anything when God is telling me your bigger is right around the corner.
Yeah, just wait. Just
literally
be patient.
Just wait. Like,
if he was to tell you that in real life, like, just wait. Just be patient. Like, you trying to accept this little small gift, and I got something. Just wait a week.
Yeah.
Would you wait a week if he told you to just wait a week?
Yeah.
We'd be trying to rush into stuff.
And I said this before. So would you just wait a week? Would you also do what he said you need to do in order to reach your next level? So mine was forgiveness, and tapping into that real quick, but I thought it was a forgiveness issue in totality, but it was really a healing the hurt issue
Like the root of it.
The root of it. Because I there were some surface level things like, if I hit you right now and beat you up or something like that, that's surface level. Obviously I'm pissed and I need to forgive that. But I didn't understand the abandonment that's seeping under the rejection, the hate almost. Like I didn't understand that aspect of it pertaining to like childhood or whatever. So it's just like, I don't know where I was going with this, but basically it's like, would you, if God tells you to forgive and move forward, would you do it if that was going to take you to your next level? So I'm in a space now where I'm literally trying to do whatever I'm thinking he's saying to do.
Nah, for real. Because it's not going to be my fault.
It's not going to be my fault that we having a delay. Okay? It's going to be God saying, just give me one more week. Because you know what? Something just took place right now and it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help. So let's go this way and let's go for one more week. I'd rather that than me rushing into something and then me losing it all again.
Yeah.
A year, 2 years later.
It's just some lessons I don't want to have to learn. I was talking to my aunt today. She said, I don't want to have to go through this again. I want to learn my lesson in this season where I'm at, so I don't have to do this. I'm not doing this again. Yeah. I feel that. I felt that wholeheartedly. I ain't doing this again.
Yeah, it's some stuff is just not worth it. That's why I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to process. I'm sick of processing. I'm not a computer. Sick of it. I'm sick of it. But I'm grateful for the fact that I can. There are some people who cannot process. They literally shut down. Do not disturb. That's they process and all that. Do not disturb. But I'm trying to get past this, and I'm not trying to relive 2024.
No, for real. And I'm not trying to relive none of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My seasons. I'm not trying to relive because it was 4-year seasons.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these are dragging me through the mud.
I'm not trying, but 2024, as far as recent, I'm not trying to relive that. That was full blown Maslow's hierarchy. Hell no. That's gonna be in the book.
Yeah,
somewhere. Maslow's hierarchy. The hell no.
Okay. I do want to. Okay. I do want to add though that we talk about faith and we talk about following God like it's an easy thing, and I just want to remind people and remind myself that it's not supposed to be easy. But it's kind of like you just got to make a choice, because you can either do this on your own in your own strength, or you can just choose to follow him. And it's really a choice. There is no I gain a lot. I gain wisdom on how to handle people and to handle myself and just direction, right? I'm not perfect though. So I'm still going to be human and make human mistakes. Or I could choose not to follow him. I could choose not to go to church or read my Bible and just go on about my day. The life still going to suck. Let's be very clear about it. But would you rather have it suck in your own strength or have it suck just being able to lean on something?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it always sucks. But because people be like, well, why I want to believe? Well, you got to do your neck like that. But why? Because I thought about it too. Because I'm like, am I just following God just because people said I should? Nah, it's just a choice that I just.
It's a decision I chose.
Faith is a choice, child. There is no guarantees.
With nothing.
There's no guarantees.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hold on to this hope, because if I don't have it.
Yeah, that's another reason.
I know
too.
what that looked like.
Like, just get hope from believing in something bigger than me. Because I don't be enough for myself sometimes. Just me in my own.
Yeah, I mean,
I am enough.
Well,
I'm enough. So let me be very clear. Yeah. I am enough.
I'm enough. But to do it,
I can't make the world shake unless I make the world shake and do something wild. Fuck them up.
I'm up.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, no. This it did jump from self-confidence to how we are moving in this life, but
I think it's all alignment.
Yeah, but the purpose is, like, we literally created this channel for that, to talk about, to navigate life as is, literally buying a house as is. We're talking about life as is,
It is.
There's nothing there. We got some stuff that's real cute, but some stuff is not cute. Some stuff we want to show y'all the ugly stuff as well. Because okay, so like I brought it up before, but subjecting ourselves sometimes and showing ourselves our vulnerable selves and transparent self can open the doors for many things, negative things. But I believe that God is using us as we are opening up ourselves to you all, for it's gonna be beneficial. And I really believe that.
I feel like it can do more help than harm.
Yeah. And so, and I'm talking about harm to ourselves, opening up ourselves. Like, of course, it's gonna be a lot of judgment, but it's really good hearing like our family, being around family, and they be like, yeah, I watched our podcast. It's just like, that's love. Or hearing our friends be like, okay, so when am I gonna be on y'all next episode? Like, so hearing that y'all support us in this space is very important,
and letting us rock out, because we the queen of random, the queens of random,
in tandems, random and tandems,
and just in side missions. We might pop up with a bakery next week. Who knows? Keep y'all on your toes.
Okay, gotta keep things spicy. So we just appreciate you all for riding the roller coaster of life with us. And I mean, stay tuned for the next the 10 day 15 12 11 30
all of that.
But we appreciate you all. We love y'all.
Peace.